Oh, hello again, everyone. It is me, Dean Spillabean, back on your screen, playing some Minecraft on the OC SMP server. I think I'm actually on number 15. Yeah, episode 15. I can tell just by looking below me. So, some people might have noticed that it's been a while since my last episode, which is true, and that's mostly because I've been working on a side project. And if subscriptions are actually working correctly, you should have noticed that my Stanley Parable video is out, and I have been working on that thing for actual months. Like, remember the one video where I just voiced over the intro for Stanley Parable? That's when I started this, and it's just been months that I've been working on it. But now I am getting back to playing some Minecraft, probably just going to do some more Minecraft episodes until I get some other project. I'm not sure what I'm even getting into after this. So the Great Underwater Library, it hasn't gone over any other changes yet. I am still not sure what I want to do for the walls. It's a good start, for sure. But the floor, I kind of want the... Jeez, these guys are so annoying. Anyways, one idea I had was to put some prismarine pebbles, the blocks that look like pebbles, and just use that as the flooring here because it kind of looks nice. And then, oh, no way! No more trident. Basically, I want some prismarine, and I just don't have access to that right now. I mean, I have a temple, but I don't have a farm for... Jesus. So today, or this episode, is going to probably be a bit shorter. I'm just going to be making a prismarine farm and a slime farm if I have time for it. At least that's the plan. Ideally, once I get a slime farm, I can just... So I had an idea that I wanted to do with a ton of slime, like making a giant redstone door. But I need slime for that, and I don't feel like attacking the tons of slimes until I have enough. Honey, though, jeez, I'm going all over my base today, aren't I? At some point I want to get a bunch of... And I missed my stop. Can I get back? Oh, there we go. Honey blocks I have fairly well covered, like from my bee sanctuary in here. And I've actually considered expanding it over, like just doubling the size just so I can have more bee hives around. I'm slightly worried that I might cause another bee catastrophe like I did some time ago, but hopefully nothing goes wrong. So how does a prismarine farm work? I'll get into it, but first I need a few things. So for this to work, I need... Where is soul sand? There we go. Now I need obsidian. That's not enough obsidian. I wonder if I have some more... I probably have some more over at the other base. I'll get over there in a bit. And I'm also going to need a lot of blocks. Luckily, I am in no short supply of them. Let's see, do I need anything else? Campfires, I need campfires. What was it? Oh, it was 3 on the bottom. Do I need anything else? Probably some invisibility potions. So makes night vision, and then invert it. And put those away for safekeeping. Over in my second base, gonna go down here. A little lag. Let's see. Flip the lever. And just watch these for a bit. Alright, now with all that smelted, took like 30 minutes. Now I gotta just turn them all into bricks. And you could use like any building block probably, it's just I'm using stone bricks. I mean, considering I got a ton of stone from a unknown source, we'll just say. So was there anything else I need? Oh yeah, obsidian. See, I feel like I had obsidian somewhere. Ah, oh yeah, that's enough. Off to the temple. So starting off, you might be wondering why we need invisibility potions to go into this. Well, you notice the guardian over there? He doesn't know I'm here. Oh, now he does because I got too close to him. But the main thing, since I'm going to be working under here, it's going to be hard to do literally anything with guardians randomly shooting. So at least they're not going to be shooting at me, hopefully. So I guess this is also a really good idea of how prismarine farms form, so I guess first thing to do for a prismarine farm is to clear off the top area, and I need to probably work on my inventory some more, jeez. Really wish there was an inventory update. It's getting very difficult to manage all of my stuff. So how this works is that you put soul sand here to get bubble columns. The main thing, you see all these bubbles coming up? The idea is that if a guardian flows into these bubbles, they'll get pushed up to here. There's going to be a nether portal in the center that, and they'll eventually get shoved into that portal. And then they'll go into the nether, into a little area where they'll just kind of automatically get killed. And then I get the rewards. Easy. I might actually just do the rest of this in a time lapse just to save on time. Then I don't know what else to talk about, so time lapse time. Woo! Bubbles, 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 bubbles. Alright, so it's been about an hour since I made the AFK platform, and just kind of showing off what happened down here if I don't get zapped. You can see guardians getting shoved up there. They're going into nether portals. Oh gosh, there's a lot of ink sacs. Maybe I should have had a way to get all of these ink sacs easier. Oh well. So to get access to all the goodies that it makes, go over here, and I'll need to make this a lot easier to find. Pretty much, we go down here. As you can see, guardians go through the portal, they die on the campfire, and they get transferred to... Gosh. It's only been like an hour. I got a bunch of this stuff. That is very nice. Also, I'm not sure whose idea originally was for this, but I basically looked up a guide online to make this some years ago, and like I had an old world that had this old version. I don't even know if this thing is outdated, I just know it works. And, well, it does work pretty well. I cannot remember who originally made it, but I didn't come up with this, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. I just took the design and, I guess, got a version of it? I'm not sure how that works. I don't know who to credit for that. So now with that, I don't even know the actual recipe for making these things. So wait, you need the shards to make the pebble-looking block? Oh, I guess I got a bunch of shards, so pebble blocks are nice. Can also make sea lanterns, which is basically like a glowstone replacement, which also looks nice. What other ones can we make? Make prismarine bricks. Get a cool sci-fi scale texture or something like that. You also get raw cod and I guess tropical fish, a couple ink sacks. Did anyone know? No. I think there was like one more. No. Oh wait! Dark prismarine, that's the other one. And it requires... This one's the hardest one to get. It looks nice, but you also need black dye to get it. And it's kind of hard to get black dye in Minecraft. But yeah, that's just an hour of doing AFK sitting, and I just got a bunch of parts. Should probably figure out if there's any way to use raw cod somehow. It's kind of useless for me, really. Just make a little trash bin here. Trash. Trash, 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 trash. Probably a bit too manual for my liking, but whatever. I'll get to that later, as I always say. It's back down in the library, putting in the prismarine pebbles. Pretty much just to get an idea of what this would look like the more I work on it. So we're going to be way up here. Oh yeah, I kind of like that. So I'm thinking we have cut copper in the middle. And you might be thinking, oh, but Dean, that's not bluish green. You're not doing the color thing correct. Well, I will be whenever the copper corrodes or rusts or whatever. The other option is to have the copper laying out on its own for a while. Which I could do that, but then I gotta break all the blocks, and it's too much of a hassle, really. But I do have a lot of cut copper, and now I can get a bunch of prismarine blocks. So hopefully I can actually get something pretty neat. And eventually get rid of all of the annoying drowned. Actually, I should make these half slabs. What am I doing? I take it back. I want all of it back. I want it all back now. So why should I remake all these into half slabs? Well, to potentially not have the drown spawned, I hope. I'm not sure if that'll actually fix the problem. I gotta swim around and get all the blocks I broke. As much as I like the new water physics, it is a bit annoying having to float around and get all the blocks. Oh man, now I changed my mind on where I want the cut copper. Now I want the cut copper in the walls where the diorite are. Which would be better if I had the full block, but now I have the half slab. Let's see, is there a texture for... There is, So if you didn't know, the one of the resource packs I use, Lithios, has a pretty cool feature where if you stack half slabs on each other, you'll see this. Meanwhile, everyone else sees whatever they see, because resource packs and whatever. But because I'm going to be using this pack and I have stuff that's off-centered, and I have no idea how to disable it currently, could probably figure something out at some point. I don't even think my whole spiel meant anything really. Actually, wait. I was kind of worried if I'd have to get like all new stuff or something. No, I don't have to. I can just place half slabs here. Let's see. Put you there. Wait. Just... huh. So just a quick check. Ooh, right. I'm alright with it. I feel like if I just wait a while, the copper will get to like a something like that kind of color, just bluish green. And I don't exactly have the prismarine for this right now. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I still need to probably put all the things down at some point, but that's not going to be till a little while, and I don't want to do that this episode. Okay, that went nowhere fast. Basically, I don't want to do the prismarine floor today. I'm going to do that some other episode. I mean, I probably have the blocks to do it. I just need to get to doing that. But that's not the kind of focus that I want on this episode. It's more of a farming episode where I get farm set up for me in the future. So as for like another farm that I'm going to work on, it's going to be a slime farm. If I just go down here and survey the area. So in Minecraft, you got chunks. Just press the button that basically shows the chunk borders. And basically, everywhere in this grid is a chunk. And in Minecraft, you have slimes. Slimes are pretty cool because you can get give me a second. You can get these slime balls, which are really good for pistons and pretty nice in just making really cool structures that move. That's like the idea. Problem is the only way to actually get the slime is to kill them in these chunks or go to a swamp biome. So the idea is, ever since I dug this giant hole, there were these 3 chunks, and I think those 2 were kind of, I can't remember exactly, I might need to recheck. But basically, I'm going to turn this whole area into a slime farm, just so I can get tons of slime that I can then use to make slime blocks. Slime blocks are kind of cool. Oop. You can bounce on them. And well, main use for slime blocks is just in redstoning, because you get a piston, and as you can see, the blocks stick to each other, as opposed to doing that. And why is this important? I've got an idea that I want to do at some point, and I'm going to need a lot of these slime blocks. And there's only one way to get these slime blocks, and that's from slime, so I need a farm for it. So how exactly do I get a farm for slime? Because this doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. It's because it isn't. So in the game, slimes can spawn anywhere within these slime chunks as long as it is below Y40. And basically just level 40. If we pull up my gamer vision is about here. I'm not sure if I really want to make the farm that I'm gonna build all the way up there, because that might just ruin the view. I might try to... Jeez, I almost fell to my death. So I'm thinking just for convenience in terms of resourcing, and I could probably make it taller. Wait. That looks so weird. So I think I'm just going to start up a time lapse just so I can get that whole area dug out. Because I remember the giant 40-minute, there's 30-minute time lapse of me digging this giant hole. Well, I'm gonna do like maybe a 30-second version of that, just digging out the rest of here. Because if we look at the chunk borders, you can see that I can actually go a little bit further in. Oh, diamonds! That's neat. So I can actually go to about here, and I'm just gonna have to pretty much cut through this whole wall into the siding. I guess it'll just be the last time lapse for the episode. See you in a bit. Start it. Well, that whole chunk's cleared out. So yeah, the whole idea was that I get this chunk here, and this one kind of spaced out a bit more. I just kind of like the little slimes. I mean, look how cute these guys are. They're adorable. Alright, so now that I got everything ready to actually have a build, next thing I gotta do is get the resources for it. Oh, first off, I'm gonna need, if I can, there they are. I'll need some magma blocks. I'll probably take a 4th stack just to be sure. I'll also need just probably glowstone. Yeah. Maybe not all of it. I was thinking maybe some shroom lights, but actually, hold on. No. I could have sworn I had more shroom lights. I'll check elsewhere later. I do need rails, though. Powered rails, which I do not have currently. So, let's get some. Okay, redstone dust, gold along the sides, and a stick. Is it? There we go. I'm trying to think about this. I'm pretty sure I got shroom lights. I might have put it in the storage area for the library, which should be down here. Ah, there we go. That'll be enough. I will also need a bunch of iron, so I'll just take that. And then make a bunch of chests. Gonna make some hoppers. Blocks. What kind of blocks do I want? Honestly, considering nether bricks, just because I have... Like, there we go, there's a good chunk of nether bricks. Let's see, do I land on the slime? Do I land on it? Oh, I landed on the slime. I'm so good at the game. Okay, so this is going to be our collection area. What do I want? Here? Need to think about this. See if I can do it again. I cannot do it again. Oh, but let's see if my items... There we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do it again. I'm just not gonna do it again. Block into torch into block into dust. Okay, so while it's going, so as the hopper goes back and forth on the track, it'll pick up any items because it's a hopper minecart, and eventually it'll make its way back over to this little station. Here it comes. Really close, really close. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, here it comes. Alright, it is depositing items at a rate of 2, right? 2. Oh, it's not. Oh, the main part is if it runs out, it should. It does power back on, but it doesn't go. And that's kind of what I want. Is that okay? Oh, here it comes. Oh. Okay, it stops at... That's a good spot just because it can deposit much quicker, and... Oh! It's off! Off it goes. Amazing. Next step is to get these magma cubes all along the top of the rails. So how this works is that there's just going to be levels where slimes can spawn. I haven't built the levels yet, but I've built the area where I can start doing. Anyways, they're going to fall down, and eventually they're going to land on magma blocks. Well, they'll eventually just kind of die or whatever. Cool thing about hopper minecarts, they can pick up items through blocks. So doing this, eventually it'll collect all of the slime that comes down. It'll deposit it into the chests and go right on out. So I think for now I'm just going to make the whole build and just figure out what else I can do afterwards. I got a feeling that this isn't going to be as efficient, quote unquote, as I thought it might be. But, kind of a learning process. This is actually my first slime farm that I really made. That's not just me going around killing slime all the time. So just as a test, how slime farms work, or at least like the best ones nowadays, you basically have to make a iron golem, and I guess that's the first time I ever made one. That's interesting. Eventually, slimes will spawn somewhere in here. They'll be like, "Hey, is that an iron golem?" Wait, what are you? Okay. Well. You're not gonna help. Basically, one of them will spawn here. They'll be like, "Hey, there's an iron golem. I'm gonna go attack him." Ow, 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 ow. And then he'll die. His drops fall onto the magma cube blocks. And then eventually they'll get picked up and put into the system. Oh, look. Oh, jeez. Hold on, you're not supposed to... Okay, well, you see the idea at least, yeah. Oh, there's one. Oh, off he goes. Off he goes. He sees the golem. And he dies. Good job, buddy. So I guess for the future, if anyone's wondering how I have so much nether brick and just access to it all, I guess, I have a mine. Like, I have a stockpile of just netherrack here. Yeah, somewhere around here, I think maybe here is where I had the event happen.
Fancy meeting you here.
Oh! I can't remember which episode it was, but one of these I just used a bunch of TNT I had and blew up the area trying to find debris. So then afterwards I just throw them in all these chests and eventually everything gets smelted in the lava forge. How long will it take? Yeah, probably a while. And, well, rinse and repeat till I have an absurd amount of nether brick backed up in the hoppers for a while because of the amount of netherrack that's being processed. So, yeah, sometime later, like a few hours or so, did a little bit of work and got it kind of finalized, kinda, yeah. So you can see the minecart goes back and forth, goes along on the tracks, and dispenses... What? What was it? How did a raid get in the farm? What? I guess they can spawn there? I don't know. But, yeah, it is getting slime over time. There's, not as much slime as I would like with this. But that's mostly because I only have one layer, so over time, and I don't think I'm going to really like show it that much, but ideally over time I'm going to add more layers that stack on top of each other, the highest one being up there, but that might actually be too high. Also, just to try something out, I was going to put some dispensers in on the sides, so that after some amount of time, if I can like... There we go. After some amount of time, which is what this thing does, it'll release water, which will kind of shove the slimes a bit more closer to the iron golems, so they'll get into the pit easier. But, doesn't really matter too much, I guess. So I just flip that lever and it turns off this clock. It's not that I don't like the clock or anything, it's just that the water isn't in a good spot or something. Then it's just going to be a lot of dispensers if I want it on every single layer, only for it to not really matter too much. So I'm not going to do that anymore. Also used a bunch of slime to just make this trampoline here. So now I can just fall down into this. Kind of funny, hold on. I'm gonna slime right into it. Huh. Wait, am I getting higher? How high can I go with this? Oh, whoa! That was a really good one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just off camera work more on the slime farm behind me. And wait. Wait, did one of the golems die? What? One of the golems died? How, actually? Actually, I just thought of this other thing that probably could have caused it. The ominous banner, which basically means there was a pillager raid at some point. So what might have happened is that the pillager raid spawned, and they have bows and arrows, so they probably shot the iron golem to death. Which I guess happened, and eventually they just wandered into the death pit and died? That's just kind of weird. Well, I think with that, I think I'm just going to end the episode right there. Now, you might notice that the episode's a bit shorter than normal. And that's because I'm going to try and just not have as many things go on in the episode, just so I can actually get more out. It's more of an experimental thing, I'm not sure how well it'll... Wait. Oh, there's glass missing here. Huh. Not sure how I missed the glass. But yeah, I'm gonna try and just reduce how much time I spend on these videos, just so I can get them out quicker. Not sure on the quality, not sure on that. It's kind of experimental. I might do long videos every now and again. I might do more short videos. But yeah, it's more of an experimental thing. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it at least some amount, and you all have a good night.